In the previous class, we discussed about the rotation of the earth. Today, we will discuss the following topics. Our first topic is curvature of the earth. What is curvature? Curvature is the curve or bent part. This is the curved part of the earth. The amount of sunlight reaching the earth is maximum when the sun is shining overhead. It means the amount of sunlight reaches the earth maximum. For example, in the afternoon we have seen the sun shining very brightly. The amount of sunlight reaching the earth is maximum. The amount of sunlight reduces when the sun's rays are slanting. It means that the amount of sunlight or the intensity of sunlight reaching the earth reduces. For example, in the evening we have seen the sunlight less as compared to afternoon. Places near the equator. Now what is an equator? Equator is an imaginary line that divides the earth into two equal halves called northern hemisphere and southern hemisphere. It passes through the center of the earth. Places near the equator are hotter. Now why are the places hotter? Because it receives the direct sunlight. So the places near the equator are hotter. As we move upward or downward of the equator, the sun's rays fall at slanting angle. So these places are cooler as compared to equator as it receives less sunlight. Our next topic is revolution of the earth. What is revolution? The movement of the earth around the sun is called revolution. Here we can see the earth is revolving around the sun. So the movement of the earth around the sun is called revolution. The earth revolves around the sun on a fixed path called orbit. Orbit is a path on which a planet revolves. Here we can see the earth is revolving around the sun in a fixed path. This fixed path is orbit. The earth takes 365 days and 6 hours to go around the sun. The time taken by the earth to complete one revolution is 365 days and 6 hours. Our calendar consists of 365 days only. Why? Because extra 6 hours is added after every 4 years. And when it becomes 24 hours, an extra day is added in the month of February. The year in which February has 29 days is called a leap year. The leap year consists of 366 days. Effects of revolution. What are the effects? Revolution of the earth around the sun causes seasons. There are mainly 4 seasons. They are summer, autumn, winter, spring. Now, what are the causes of seasons? Seasons are caused by two factors. First, the revolution of the earth. Second, the tilt of the earth's axis. Here in this image, we can see the sun and the earth. The earth has two poles, that is North Pole and South Pole. These are connected by an axis. Here we can see the North Pole is away from the sun. It doesn't receive the direct sun rays from the sun. So the places in the North Pole or Northern Hemisphere has winter, whereas the places in the South Pole or Southern Hemisphere has summer. As the earth revolves and comes to second position, here we can see the North Pole is facing the sun. So it receives the direct rays from the sun and hence experiences summer. Whereas Southern hemisphere is away from the sun and has winter. Now we will start with our next topic, that is cycle of seasons. Seasons repeat because the earth completes one revolution around the sun in 1 year. So the same part of the earth faces the sun at the same time of the year. Seasons are caused in the following pattern. Here an image is given. In this image you can see the image of the earth and the sun. Here we will discuss the seasons in northern hemisphere. In the first image, we can see the north pole is facing the sun, so it receives the light from the sun and has summer solstice. Now what is summer solstice? Summer solstice means the first day of summer in the northern hemisphere. As the earth revolves around the sun, it reaches to this position. That is the second position, suppose. Here the sunlight directly passes over the equator, so the northern hemisphere has autumnal equinox. Autumnal equinox means the first day of autumn in the northern hemisphere. As the earth revolves and reaches the third position, here the north pole is away from the sun. It doesn't receive maximum light from the sun and has winter solstice. Winter solstice is the first day of winter in the northern hemisphere. Again the earth revolves and comes to this position. Here again the sunlight passes directly over the equator. So at this place the northern hemisphere has vernal equinox. Vernal equinox means the first day of spring in the northern hemisphere. Next we will see monthly period for the four seasons. Now what are the months of the four seasons? From the month of February to April, there is spring in the northern hemisphere, autumn in the southern hemisphere. From the month May to July, summer in the northern hemisphere, winter in the southern hemisphere. August to October, autumn in the northern hemisphere, spring in the southern hemisphere. November to January, there is winter in the northern hemisphere and summer in the southern hemisphere.